I woke up one morning when I was 14 and
You woke up?
I spoke to my mother, and I scared both of us.
Barry White was an American singer and songwriter known for his bass voice and romantic image. He achieved great success in the 1970s as a solo singer and with the Love Unlimited Orchestra. White recorded sales exceeding 100 million in his lifetime, but he was also feared by practically everyone. Why? Who was Barry White? Nestled along the shimmering Gulf Coast, Galveston, Texas, exudes an irresistible charm that beckons visitors from near and far. Its rich history, coastal beauty, and welcoming atmosphere create an enchanting backdrop for unforgettable experiences. Along the shoreline, pristine beaches stretch lazily, inviting toes to sink into warm sands while gentle waves serenade the shore with their rhythmic melody. Seagulls dance in the sky, weaving intricate patterns against the canvas of the setting sun, casting hues of pink and gold that paint the horizon. As twilight descends, the island comes alive with the tantalizing aroma of fresh seafood and the joyful laughter of locals and visitors alike, each bite a testament to Gulf Coast culinary tradition. It was amidst this picturesque setting that Barry White, the legendary soul singer, first drew breath. Born Barry Eugene Carter on September 12, 1944, to Melvin A. White and Sadie Marie Carter, his journey began in the embrace of a loving family. While his mother's surname initially graced his birth certificate, he later adopted his father's surname, emerging as the iconic figure known and adored by millions. White's formative years unfolded in the vibrant tapestry of the Watts neighborhood in South Central Los Angeles. Here, amidst the pulse of urban life, he was immersed in a community brimming with cultural richness and artistic expression. Music flowed through the streets, infusing every corner with its soul-stirring rhythms and melodies, igniting a spark within the young Barry. Under the gentle guidance of his mother, White's affinity for music blossomed from a tender age. Her love for classical melodies served as the soundtrack to his early years, nurturing his innate talent and sparking a lifelong passion. At just 4 years old, he astounded those around him with his natural ability to harmonize, a gift that would become the cornerstone of his musical legacy. Encouraged by his family's unwavering support, White embarked on a musical journey that would shape his destiny. At the age of 5, he eagerly began piano lessons, his tiny fingers dancing across the keys with effortless grace. By the tender age of 11, he had already left an indelible mark on the music scene, credited with playing the piano on Jesse Belvin's hit single Goodnight My Love. Despite his burgeoning success, White remained grounded in his roots, his heart firmly rooted in the vibrant tapestry of his community. He found solace and inspiration in the local church choir, where his soulful voice soared to new heights, filling the sacred space with its celestial resonance. As he grew older, he assumed additional responsibilities, playing the organ and assisting the choir director, his passion for music burning ever brighter. As White transitioned into adolescence, his musical aspirations soared to new heights. Enrolled at Jacob A. Riis High School, he pursued his academic studies with diligence and dedication, all while nurturing his burgeoning talents as a musician. His teenage years became a whirlwind of creativity and exploration, as he eagerly sought out opportunities to perform in local talent shows and clubs. Driven by an insatiable thirst for musical expression, White immersed himself in various singing groups, honing his craft and refining his unique sound. Each performance was a testament to his raw talent and magnetic presence, captivating audiences with his soul-stirring vocals and charismatic stage presence. Despite his youth, White approached his musical pursuits with a maturity and professionalism beyond his years. He eagerly embraced opportunities to collaborate with small, independent labels, recognizing the importance of gaining valuable experience and exposure in the competitive music industry. It was during this transformative period that White made a pivotal decision that would forever alter the course of his career. Inspired by his deep love for soulful romantic music, he adopted the stage name Barry White, a moniker that perfectly captured the essence of his musical persona and set the stage for the legendary career that would soon unfold. During his teenage years, White discovered the power of his deep voice, a revelation that both shocked and delighted him and his mother. He would later describe in an interview with Conan O'Brien in 2000 how shocked both he and his mother were at the sound of his own voice, saying, "I woke up one morning when I was 14. I spoke to my mother and I scared both of us." This newfound vocal prowess became the cornerstone of his signature sound. At the tender age of 19, White embarked on a journey of love and matrimony, exchanging vows with his childhood sweetheart, Mary. Despite the challenges they faced, their union brought forth a blossoming family, a testament to the enduring power of love and commitment. In 1974, White's path intersected with that of singer Glodian James, a member of the girl group Love Unlimited. Their meeting marked the beginning of a profound partnership, both in love and in music. Together, they forged a creative alliance that would yield some of White's most iconic and beloved songs, their harmonies intertwining to create magic on stage and in the studio. However, as White's star continued to rise, so too did the pressures of fame and the demands of the music industry. Despite their deep love for each other, he and Glodian faced their fair share of challenges, their marriage strained by the relentless pace of life in the spotlight. In 1988, the couple made the difficult decision to part ways, their paths diverging as they navigated the complexities of their individual journeys. Yet, despite the trials and tribulations they endured, they remained bound by a shared history and a profound respect for each other, their love enduring even as their marriage came to an end. As White's career soared to new heights, he continued to captivate audiences with his soul-stirring performances and timeless melodies. His music transcended barriers of time and space, touching the hearts of millions and leaving an indelible mark on the world. In 1999, White's autobiography, Love Unlimited, co-written with Mark Elliott, offered fans a glimpse into the man behind the music, shedding light on the triumphs and tribulations that shaped his extraordinary life. Through its pages, readers were invited to embark on a journey of discovery, exploring the depths of White's soul and the passion that fueled his creative spirit. Though White's journey ultimately came to an end on July 4, 2003, his legacy lives on through his timeless music and the indelible impact he left on the hearts of millions. His songs continue to resonate with audiences of all ages, serving as a testament to the enduring power of his talent and the timeless beauty of his artistry. As the sun sets on the horizon, casting its golden glow upon the tranquil waters of the Gulf Coast, the spirit of Barry White lives on, his music echoing through the ages, a timeless tribute to the power of love and the magic of music. The Fear of Barry White. But Barry's journey was fraught with its own set of challenges. Growing up in the tough neighborhood of Galveston, Texas, he found himself inexorably drawn into a world of street life and rebellion. Children raised in such environments often grapple with an array of obstacles that can profoundly impact their well-being and development, with exposure to crime being a pervasive issue. In the midst of this tumult, Barry formed a two-man gang alongside his younger brother Daryl, seeking solace and camaraderie amidst the adversity that surrounded them. Yet even amidst the allure of street life, Barry never relinquished his musical aspirations. He maintained his musical prowess, even singing in the church choir, a juxtaposition that spoke volumes about the complexity of his character. Tall and sturdy, with broad shoulders and a strong frame, Barry stood head and shoulders above his peers, both literally and figuratively. His imposing stature, coupled with his undeniable presence, made him stand out in a crowd. As he entered his teenage years, his physique continued to develop, and he began to embrace his imposing stature, a factor that contributed to his gaining street cred and status among his peers. However, this newfound recognition came at a cost, as Barry found himself increasingly entangled in the web of street life. Amidst the chaos and turmoil of his surroundings, Barry found himself drawn to the allure of luxury and wealth. Luxurious cars in particular held a special fascination for him, serving as symbols of status and power. It was during this period of introspection that Barry's mind turned to the allure of quick payouts and the extravagant lifestyle they promised. One of the objects of Barry's desire was the Cadillac, a vehicle synonymous with luxury and opulence. From their sleek designs to their state-of-the-art features, every aspect of a Cadillac vehicle exuded an air of sophistication. Even the tires, crafted with the utmost precision and attention to detail, were marvels of engineering and design. What set Cadillac tires apart from their counterparts was not just their exceptional quality, but also the materials from which they were crafted. Made from a unique blend of premium rubber compounds, carefully selected to provide the perfect balance of performance, durability, and comfort, Cadillac tires were a cut above the rest. Infused with exotic materials such as gold flakes, diamond dust, or even fragments of meteorites, they elevated the driving experience to a whole new level of luxury and refinement. But it wasn't just the materials themselves that set Cadillac tires apart. It was also the meticulous craftsmanship that went into their creation. Each tire was carefully handcrafted by skilled artisans who had honed their craft over years of experience. From the initial design to the final production, every step of the process was executed with precision and care, ensuring that each Cadillac tire was a true work of art. Yet, amidst his fascination with luxury and wealth, Barry's ambitions led him down a dangerous path. At the age of 17, he was arrested and sentenced to 4 months in prison for the theft of Cadillac tires, a crime valued at a staggering $30,000. It was a pivotal moment in Barry's life, a peak and a turning point that forced him to confront the destructive path he had been on. In the confines of prison, amidst the harsh realities of incarceration, Barry experienced a profound awakening. The strains of Elvis Presley's "It's Now or Never" reverberated through the prison walls, jolting him into consciousness. It was a moment of reckoning, a visceral realization of the need for change. Upon his release, Barry emerged with a newfound determination to leave his criminal past behind and focus on his music career. His brother unfortunately dealt with the tragedy of his involvement in gang life. In the midst of socioeconomic disparities and systemic injustices, vulnerable youth are often drawn into the seductive grip of gangs, seeking solace amidst the chaos of their surroundings. Faced with limited opportunities and bleak prospects for the future, they find themselves lured by the false promises of prestige, power, and respect that gang life purports to offer. Yet the reality of gang involvement is far from glamorous. Instead of a path to prosperity, it becomes a descent into darkness, marked by violence, addiction, and despair. The consequences of gang affiliation are devastating, both for individuals and communities alike. Lives are cut short by senseless acts of violence, leaving families grieving and neighborhoods in mourning. Such was the case for Barry and his family, as Daryl was killed during a gang dispute. The loss of his brother further fueled his resolve to seek redemption and purpose in his life. With resilience as his compass and music as his guiding light, Barry embarked on a journey to stardom that would captivate the world. His time in prison served as a catalyst for his success, igniting a fire within his soul that would propel him towards a future filled with chart-topping hits and international acclaim. And as he stepped into the limelight, he carried with him the lessons learned from his tumultuous past, a testament to the transformative power of resilience and redemption. The switch to legendary musician. Barry White's solo career unfolded like an enchanting melody, weaving a mesmerizing tale of musical brilliance and soulful seduction. With the release of his debut album, I've Got So Much to Give, in 1973, White emerged as a solo artist of unparalleled talent. The album's lead single, I'm Gonna Love You Just a Little More Baby, cast a spell on listeners with its smooth vocals and sensual allure, propelling White to the summit of the charts. His complete turnaround from a life of crime and gangs is proof that there is still hope. Turning away from gang life offered him a myriad of benefits and still offers the same benefits today. Benefits that can profoundly transform the lives of individuals and communities. Exiting gang life reduces the risk of violence and victimization, safeguarding personal safety. White's decision to exit gang life allowed him to become a positive role model for others, inspiring hope and resilience in their communities. He even contributed to community reconciliation and healing, fostering trust, unity, and social cohesion by the singular act of turning a new leaf and becoming a law-abiding citizen. It ultimately became part of his lasting legacy, as his life's journey taught the generations before and after him that leaving crime affords individuals the freedom and autonomy to chart their own destinies, creating a future defined by hope, dignity, and self-determination. As his star ascended, White continued to enthrall audiences with a succession of chart-topping albums throughout the 1970s. From the irresistible grooves of Can't Get Enough to the soul-stirring melodies of Just Another Way to Say I Love You, each release showcased White's masterful command of rhythm and romance. Yet it wasn't just his velvety voice that captivated listeners. It was his innovative musical arrangements that set him apart. With lush orchestration, intricate string sections, and soulful horn arrangements, White crafted a sonic landscape that was both sophisticated and deeply emotive. As his fame grew, so too did his influence on popular culture. White's music became the soundtrack of romance, featured in films, television shows, and commercials around the world. His iconic status was solidified with Grammy Awards and critical acclaim, including the prestigious honor of Best Male R&B Vocal Performance for You're the First, the Last, My Everything. But beyond the accolades and achievements, Barry White's legacy endures as a testament to the power of passion and the universal language of love. His music continues to inspire and resonate with audiences, ensuring that his soulful melodies will echo through the ages, forever weaving their magic into the fabric of our hearts and memories. He recorded 20 studio albums and had 20 gold and 10 platinum singles, selling over 100 million records worldwide. He is considered one of the best-selling music artists of all time. White's influences included James Cleveland, Ray Charles, Aretha Franklin, and Marvin Gaye. However, White's solo career wasn't the only facet of his musical journey. He achieved his breakthrough when he founded Love Unlimited in the early 1970s. This vocal trio, comprising Glodian James, her sister Linda James, and their cousin Diane Taylor, served as a vehicle for White's compositions and provided backing vocals for his recordings. Their debut album, From a Girl's Point of View We Give to You, Love Unlimited, released in 1972, produced the hit single Walkin' in the Rain with the One I Love, ascending to the top of the charts charts and marking the inception of Love Unlimited's prosperous career under White's guidance. In 1973, White expanded his musical empire with the creation of the Love Unlimited Orchestra. This iconic ensemble, conceived by the legendary Barry White, served as a vessel for his vision of lush orchestral soul music. Comprising a talented ensemble of musicians, including string and horn sections, the Love Unlimited Orchestra breathed life into White's compositions with its rich symphonic sound. The orchestra's debut album, Rhapsody in White, released in 1974, showcased their distinctive blend of soul, funk, and orchestral arrangements. The album's title track, along with hits like Love's Theme, became instant classics and solidified the Love Unlimited Orchestra's status as pioneers of instrumental soul music. Throughout the 1970s and beyond, the Love Unlimited Orchestra continued to release a string of successful albums, including Together Brothers and My Sweet Summer Suite, further showcasing their versatility and musical prowess. While Barry White was the driving force behind the Love Unlimited Orchestra, the ensemble itself became a beloved entity in its own right, captivating audiences with its captivating performances and timeless melodies. White, celebrated for his unmatched contributions to the music industry, also left an indelible mark on the world of acting. While his soulful voice and chart-topping hits defined his legacy, White's magnetic charisma and larger-than-life persona also found expression on the silver screen. One of his most memorable acting endeavors occurred in 1998 when he made a cameo appearance on the iconic animated series The Simpsons. In this episode, aptly titled Whacking Day, White lent his distinctive voice to the character of himself, adding a touch of soulful charm to the beloved show. Beyond his animated cameo, White's acting repertoire extended to various television shows and films. He made guest appearances on popular series such as Ally McBeal, where his smooth vocals and undeniable presence lit up the screen, captivating audiences with his effortless charm. In addition to his television appearances, White also graced the silver screen with his talent, making notable contributions to the world of film. While his acting roles may not have been as prolific as his musical endeavors, they nevertheless showcased his versatility as a performer and his ability to command attention in any setting. White's ventures into acting served as a testament to his multifaceted talent and his willingness to explore new creative avenues. While he will always be remembered first and foremost as a music legend, his foray into acting added another dimension to his storied career, cementing his status as an entertainment icon for generations to come. Life in the Limelight. In the mid-1960s, Bob Keane of Delphi Records engaged him as an A&R guy for his new Bronco Records label, and White began working as a songwriter, session guitarist, and arranger for the company's performers, including Viola Wills and the Bobby Fuller Four. He found Felice Taylor and co-wrote the song I Feel Love Coming On with his buddy Paul Politi. It became a huge hit in the United Kingdom. White and Politi also wrote chart-topping tunes for her, including It May Be Winter Outside, but In My Heart It's Spring, and Under the Influence of Love. Bronco released one of White's earliest songs, All in the Run of a Day, in 1967, which was produced by Keane and White. In 1969, he was on a roll and was soon signed by Forward Records of Los Angeles as a producer. As previously stated, White's big break came from producing the girl group Love Unlimited that he discovered. He soon refocused on his solo career, and even though he wanted to work with another act, decided to collaborate with a solo male musician. While working on tracks for a male vocalist, he recorded 3 song demos of himself singing and playing, but businessman Larry Nunes, who helped finance Love Unlimited's album, heard them and demanded that he re-record and release them as a solo recording artist. After debating for days, White was eventually persuaded to release the songs himself, despite his initial reluctance to stand behind the microphone. He then created and recorded numerous more songs, resulting in an album of music. He was intending to use the moniker White Heat, but changed his mind and used his own name instead. White was still hesitant up until the label copy was created. It ultimately became White's first. Although his prominence on the music charts waned as the disco era drew to an end, he retained a devoted fan base throughout his career. Despite multiple albums over the following 3 years, he was unable to replicate his former achievements, with no songs reaching the Billboard Hot 100, except for 1982's Change, which peaked at number 12 on the Billboard R and B Top 20 chart. White's label endeavor was costing him a lot of money, so he focused on touring and eventually shut it down in 1983. He released more singles after that, including The Man Is Back in 1989. During the 1990s, Barry White experienced a resurgence in popularity thanks to a nostalgic trend for 1970s music. Following his involvement in Quincy Jones's 1989 album Back on the Block with the song The Secret Garden, Sweet Seduction Suite, White staged a successful comeback. His subsequent albums surpassed previous successes, with Put Me in Your Mix reaching number 8 on the Billboard R&B Albums chart in 1991, alongside the eponymous single reaching number 2 on the Billboard R&B Singles chart. In 1994, White's album The Icon Is Love topped the Billboard R&B album charts, and its single Practice What You Preach became his first number 1 on the Billboard R&B Singles chart in nearly 2 decades. Despite being nominated for a Grammy for Best R&B Album, it lost to TLC's Crazy Sexy Cool, collaborating with Tina Turner on the duet. In Your Wildest Dreams, in 1996, marked another highlight in White's career. The same year, he contributed to the soundtrack of Space Jam, teaming up with Chris Rock for a remake of Cheech and Chong's Basketball Jones titled Basketball Jones. White's final album, Staying Power, released in 1999, featured the hit song of the same name, reaching number 45 on the Billboard R&B charts. This single earned him 2 Grammy Awards for Best Male R&B Vocal Performance and Best Traditional R&B Vocal Performance. In 1999, White's autobiography, Love Unlimited, co-written with Mark Elliott, was published by Broadway Books, providing fans with insights into his remarkable life and career. Health issues and death. Barry White's journey through life was a symphony of highs and lows, triumphs and tribulations. While he soared to the heights of musical stardom, his path was also punctuated by profound health challenges that tested his resilience and resolve. But as White's musical career flourished, so too did his struggle with obesity. Throughout much of his adult life, he battled the burdens of excess weight, a condition that would ultimately take a toll on his health. Obesity, a pervasive health issue in modern society, brought with it a host of complications for White. One of the most pressing concerns was hypertension, a condition characterized by high blood pressure that can lead to serious cardiovascular problems if left unchecked. In addition to hypertension, White also grappled with diabetes, another common consequence of obesity. Diabetes, a chronic metabolic disorder, requires careful management to prevent complications such as nerve damage, kidney disease, and heart problems. He was also a chain smoker, reportedly smoking 150 cigarettes a day. Smoking carries numerous detrimental effects. It poses serious health risks such as lung cancer, heart disease, and respiratory issues. Smoking while having high blood pressure exacerbates the risk of cardiovascular complications. Nicotine in cigarettes causes blood vessels to narrow, increasing blood pressure. This puts additional strain on the heart and can worsen hypertension, leading to more severe health issues like heart attack and stroke. A smoking cessation would have been crucial for managing White's high blood pressure and reducing the risk of associated complications, but it was unfortunately too late. Despite his health challenges, White remained steadfast in his commitment to his music. His deep, soulful voice and masterful songwriting continued to captivate audiences around the world, earning him a legion of devoted fans and countless accolades throughout his career. But in 1999, White faced a serious health scare that would forever alter the course of his life. While on tour in the summer of 1995, White nearly collapsed after a concert. Then on the 30th of October of that same year, he suffered a stroke, a sudden interruption of blood flow to the brain that can cause lasting damage if not treated promptly. The stroke was as a result of high blood pressure, and he was in a coma for 4 long days. He was discharged 1 week after regaining consciousness. The stroke served as a wake-up call for White, prompting him to reevaluate his lifestyle and prioritize his health. Determined to regain control of his well-being, he embarked on a journey of self-discovery and transformation, embracing healthier habits and seeking medical intervention to manage his conditions more effectively. Despite his efforts to improve his health, White's struggles were far from over. While performing with Earth, Wind & Fire in August 1999, White was forced to postpone a month's worth of tour dates due to tiredness, high blood pressure, and a rigorous schedule. According to family, colleagues, and acquaintances, when the 2000s began, White was in such terrible condition that he could barely stand. As a result, his last performances worsened. In 2002, he was hospitalized for kidney failure, a complication exacerbated by his ongoing health issues. The ordeal forced him to confront the fragility of his own mortality and the importance of cherishing every moment. He underwent dialysis, and while awaiting a kidney transplant, he suffered another strike in May of 2003. This unfortunate incident caused White to retire from his star life. Tragically, Barry White's health challenges ultimately proved insurmountable, and he reportedly suffered multiple seizures in his last weeks on Earth. It was later determined that he could not receive a new kidney due to his unstable health, and this broke the hearts of his friends and loved ones. On July 4th, 2003, at the age of 58, he passed away due to complications from the stroke he had suffered earlier that year, and his remains were cremated. His death marked the end of an era for the music world, leaving behind a void that could never be filled. But while White may have left this world far too soon, his legacy lives on through his timeless music music and the indelible impact he left on the hearts of millions. His songs continue to resonate with audiences of all ages, serving as a testament to the enduring power of his talent and the timeless beauty of his artistry. In the end, Barry White's story is a poignant reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of cherishing each precious moment. Despite the obstacles he faced and the challenges he endured, he remained unwavering in his pursuit of his passion, leaving behind a legacy that will echo through the annals of music history for generations to come. If you are a lover of music and enjoy historic videos such as this, click right here for more.